the 9 Star Ki December 1 water star reading. How are you doing? Well, I'm all bundled up in the snow, and this is the perfect energy to describe the 1 water star, which is all about being a seed of potential underground, under snow. And so it aligns so well with exactly where we are right now in this state of winter in the northern hemisphere. And this water star may have you feeling like you need more time alone, feeling more introverted. Perhaps you are anxious or fearful. And I'm going to unpack all of what this 1 water star is in this 9 Star Ki reading today. If you are new to the 9 Star Ki, this is a nature-based astrology system that uses the 5 elements that are used in traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and feng shui. And so we are, each of us, born in a certain star based on the 5 element system, and every year we travel through another element star. So you can look at the chart at the beginning of this reading, and there's also the chart down below in the description, and find out what star you are based on what element that you are. And I have been studying astrology for over 40 years now, and when I found the 9 Star Ki astrology, it just became my absolute favorite because it is so specific for aligning with the energy of what is going on for you personally, even more than Western astrology. I appreciate the 9 Star Ki astrology for making important decisions and knowing when is a time to move forward and when is the time to pull back. It is so amazing. So welcome, and I can't wait to teach you all about this month's 1 water star. In nature, 1 water star is seen as the seed of potential, and the seed underground, under snow. And I'm recording this in December on this beautiful snowy day here in the Pacific Northwest. And we can just imagine that under the ground there are seeds stirring, and the potential of spring coming and new growth is there, but it's lying dormant underneath the snow. And there are unseen forces at play this December as we enter this 1 water star. And I'm wearing this beautiful Rowana cloak that my son made me. He's that cloak guy on YouTube, and he makes cloaks, and this cloak is just perfect to align with the elements because it is blue representing water, and then it's got these beautiful golden metal flecks, and metal feeds water in the 5 element system because metal creates condensation, which provides water. So you'll want to find some more colors of blues and blacks and wear the shiny, sparkly metal things. As we go into Christmas, it can be really fun to have some gold sparkle lights, some little sparkling fairy lights and things to inspire you. And this is a time when we'll want to go more within. This is an internal time to just try to figure out what it is you want to do next with your 1 precious life. And this is not a doing month ahead of us. This will be a being month, a germinating month, a thinking about what you want to do next and getting ready to be ready. And I think it's an excellent month for journal writing. And we're putting out some new journals on Amazon. I'll link down below. But just getting out your journal and just writing your story. What do you want to manifest, and how do you want to change your life? But not actually going forth and changing it. Just setting the intention And I just recorded the Gemini full moon reading. Whew, we got such a massive full moon conjunct Mars that is so powerful, and it's really asking us to dig deep and know what our ambitions are. And Mars is retrograde. Mars is coming in more powerful than Mars has ever been in Gemini retrograde. And that is also the Western astrology saying the same thing as the Eastern astrology. It's saying, get to know what your intention is. If you don't have an intention, if you don't start with the germination process, then it's going to be really hard to grow forth in 2023. And sometimes I think we don't appreciate the germinating, the underground, the seed stirring. We like to see the growth. We want to see the sprout or the tree blossoming. But that germination time is really the most important time of the whole growth cycle. It's like the acorn underground awaiting to become the mighty oak tree. But first, it must germinate. And in the 9 star key, we are in a 1 water star month that is in a 5 moist soil star year that we've been in for all of 2022. If you've been watching, you know I'm talking about that 5 soil star year all year. And we have an even bigger cycle, an 81 year 9 star key cycle that is fire, the 9 fire heart star. So what we have for this month is really water in moist soil, very fertile energy that is then set afire. And this energy of this month kind of reminds me of the Brazilian wetlands and how they like set those on fire. And that is a big catastrophe, but it can also represent the farmer who goes out and burns the fields at the end of the season after the final harvest, just as the rains begin to come. Oftentimes farmers will set fire to the fields to just burn off any old weeds, old debris, old bushes. Get rid of the old. That is the energy of this month, clearing out the old to prepare for the germination of the seed, to prepare for the fertility that represents next spring. And if you ever set your intention, say you set your intention on a new moon, you'll know that it takes time for that intention to germinate. So it often won't show up until that new moon becomes the full moon the following 5 to 6 months later. And that is this germination process that we are in. When we manifest, we set our intention, and it's not as if it's going to come right away. It has to germinate. There's a growth cycle, just like a baby takes 9 months to become a baby. We are just at the beginning. The potential is amazing, but nothing's really happening right now. So if you're trying to make something happen and it's just not happening, that is because the energy doesn't support things happening right now. The energy of December supports dreaming the dream into being. So this is an excellent month to get out your vision board, make your vision board of what you want to manifest in 2023. Set the intention, maybe even plant some little seeds. Sometimes in the winter, when I have a little bit of seasonal effect because it's all snowy, I will just plant little seeds indoors, and it feels so fun to just watch that growth cycle. Even if I know it might not make it into a full plant, but I've been germinating. Sometimes I'll germinate holy basil, and that just grows really good indoors. So maybe there's a special seed, even some sprouts that you could germinate this month to honor the energy of germination. And this 1 star is the beginning of the whole 9 stars, of course, 1 through 9, right? So this is all about beginnings. Begin something new. And it may feel like there's just not a lot going on right now, but that's how it is at the beginning of a story, right? And so if you are a 1 star, or you know a star, you know that 1 stars are the most introverted people of all. And they are the quiet ones at the party, the ones that are in the corner just sort of taking it all in. And I tell you, those quiet ones in the corner, those are the ones you want to talk to. And my husband is a 6 metal, but he has 2 1 stars in his 9-star key, and he always is that quiet one in the corner who sees and knows all. 1 stars really pay attention. They're like Sherlock Holmes, or the investigator, who's really paying attention to everything that's going on. They're the ones you want to ask questions to, because they know all. They have this incredible wisdom where they can channel the wisdom of aliens and ancestors alike. So these are the smartest people at the party. And I always like to say, it's like you're at a party with a bunch of stupid Americans and then there's that one guy in the corner being really quiet, and he's like a German scientist or a German engineer. He's so super highly intelligent that he just cannot relate to all the people at this party who are just not on his same level. And if he even tries to express his wisdom, his knowing, people just wouldn't understand. So 1 stars pull back. They learn at an early age that people don't understand what they're talking about. Steve Jobs was a 1 star, and if you think about, he was probably telling his friends, I'm going to have a cell phone, but it's also going to be a computer. And I mean, it was just like blowing their minds. They couldn't even comprehend. So I'm sure that he became the quiet guy at the party too, who knows all. These people know things. And there's a lot of energy of innovation at this time. So we might see some really incredible advances in technology that are just at the germinating stage with this December 1 star. But things are going to come of the energy of this month. We'll see them start to emerge about 6 to 7 months from now. Things will come online that are just incredible innovations that are being born right now. And so this is the time to get really quiet, to get really still, and to just meditate in the stillness and the quiet of winter. And get out into nature if you can, and just go listen to the sounds of water. Let's just listen to the sound of that river behind me. And a geese just went by. And listen to the whispers in the wind that are guiding your direction forward. And this is a time to meditate, to do the journal writing, to really be aware of the messages, divine messages that are trying to come through and to reach you. And it just takes some time to be quiet, maybe out in nature, sitting on a rock, just as I'm doing now, to really receive these divine messages that will come in a 1 water star month. And this is an underground. Like I said, the seed is underground. So this is not a good month for launching a business. This is a horrible month for publishing your book or putting your music out, because in a 1 water star, the energy is underground. So you will not be seen now. And I have seen so many. I've been doing these astrology readings, and I do personal 9-star key astrology readings for people, and they might be going into their 1 water year and they want to publish their book or they want to launch their business. And I say, gosh, don't do it this year, because if you put something out during this 1 water star energy, it just won't be seen. And you can feel like a failure because you put your thing out and nobody saw it. And so you might even notice on social media, I'm pulling back from social media this month because it's just not really a good time. The energy doesn't really align with it. It's just not really that worth it, putting stuff out during a 1 water star. So don't invest so much time and energy trying to put your thing out, and then it's not seen, and then you shrink back in insecurity or feeling like a failure. But it is just because the energy doesn't align with putting yourself out. Next month in January, we will have a 9 fire star, and that is when we will be in the light. And January is a much better time if you do want to publish something or put something out. But it really depends what's going on for your own personal star. But overall, this is a month when we just might not be seen in the world. And this is the seed time. This is the time to go within, to formulate, to plan for your future, to dream the dream into being with your vision boards, like I said, and even just imagining in your mind's eye what it is that you want to manifest next. And for me here in the Pacific Northwest, I am praying for water, because we need water here so bad. We are in an all-time drought. Our reservoirs are at an all-time low, and I know all around the world we're experiencing drought. So I want to use the energy of this 1 water star to really pray for water, pray for snow. I'm so happy. I never thought I'd be so happy for snow, because I'm not a real snow lover, but when you start thinking about how snow is water and water is wealth, you should be praying for snow too, because we need this water. And in feng shui, water equals wealth. So when we are in a state of drought, we find ourselves also in a state of financial catastrophe, a financial depression. And we are really seeing that in our world right now. The financial world is depressed, and we do need the water. And we just put out a binaural healing music recording with music that is specific for praying for water. And we put the sounds of our beautiful Pacific Northwest springs. We went to this beautiful bubbling spring, and so I will link that down below too. And if you can listen to that music and join me in praying for water this December. And remember, when you pray for water, you're praying for your own financial abundance, your own wealth. So it has a twofold. You will pray for water and pray for wealth at the same time. And that is the energy I infused in this music. And I sent distance Reiki to it, and I'm really in love with it. I've been listening to it while I'm doing massage and Reiki sessions, and it's just beautiful. It might make you pee though, because there's a lot of water sound, so you might not want to listen to it while you're sleeping. But I just love this one, and I will link down below. And along with that, honoring the water, this is also a month when we want to nourish our kidney chi. And the kidneys is all about fertility too. I do fertility acupressure. And when you want to get pregnant, you need to nourish your kidneys. So I'm going to show you a couple exercises at the end of this recording that you can use to nourish your kidney chi. And if you are trying to conceive, this is the most fertile month, this December. I have a couple clients who are trying to conceive right now, and December is a very fertile moon with this 1 water star. So this is an excellent time for conceiving if you nourish your kidneys. And nature was really obvious when it invented the kidney bean, right? The bean that looks like kidneys, because beans are good for kidneys. So make yourself a big warm pot of chili, and maybe throw in some azuki beans. Azuki beans are the little red Chinese beans, and those are amazing for nourishing the kidneys, and they have this sweet, warm flavor. And drinking more herbal teas and less coffee, less beer, less alcohol, more nourishing herbal teas like licorice or marshmallow root. The kidneys love those. And just listening to that water sound, really embracing the yin energy. Kidney chi, one water star. This is a very yin energy, right? We have yin and yang. Yin is like the night, the dark, the moonlight, winter, the quiet, stillness, peace. And yang is that hot, fiery sun, getting things done. But this is not a yang month. This is not a month to try to get anything done. It's just not going to happen for you this month. So just surrender your accomplishments. You don't need to do it. Work less, relax more, dream more, get more sleep, get more rest, get into that yin state of being where you receive by releasing, and you receive by just letting go and surrendering and being open and available. I'm more of a yang personality myself, but I love to honor the yin when we get into this one water star month. And you may be feeling some anxiety bubbling up when we enter this one water star, and that's really common. One stars tend to be a little bit anxious because they are in this seed underground, under snow. There's so much that is unknown and unseen, and we're not sure about the future. We're not sure how we're going to grow or germinate, and is it ever going to happen? And so there can be a lot of fear that comes up with, like, what's going to happen next? Those kind of emotions are very common when the one water star. So just honor them, acknowledge them, but try not to get too wrapped up in the anxiety. And if you are feeling anxious, get out in nature, go for a walk, just a really quiet walk, and just ground yourself, root down, and get into the earth beneath you that supports you. And we just all may have that fear of the great unknown that we are stepping into this month. And anytime you're about to make a big change in life, there's always that moment when you shrink back in fear. And maybe you're thinking, maybe I just want to stay small this month. And those are the kind of feelings that are really common. If you are a one star, or as we travel through a one star, you might just want to shrink down and feel like, I just want to stay small. And that's okay. You can stay small for now. And then when January comes, you may decide you do want to sprout forth and you do want to do more things. And there can be a lot of perfectionism leading to procrastination this month. Boy, am I even feeling that one. Because one water stars are perfectionists, and they don't want to do the thing until they can do the thing perfectly. And so you can have a lot of those feelings like, well, I'll do those reports once my bedroom's all clean, or I've got to get my desk organized, or I just don't have it all figured out, so I don't even want to start yet. And so you just don't go for it. And when we have this water star meeting that 5 soil star, that is the moist soil. What is water and moist soil? You've got some really deep mud. So we're going to be seeing mud this month. We're kind of stuck in the mud. And we may even see some real flooding and mudslides. I really predict that we will see mudslides in this December. And that mud energy, it's just pulling us down like quicksand. It's slowing everything down. You can see why you wouldn't want to launch something in the mud. So that's why you want to wait for some fire. So just be content with little small steps forward, recognizing that you are walking in heavy mud for all of December, and you will be able to get it all done in January. I know right now I'm working on my 2023 Star Ki Astrology reports, which I am going to write into these beautiful Amazon novellas. It's going to be like little short novellas that will tell you everything to expect in 2023 for your own personal Star Ki. But I'm having that perfectionism problem too, and feeling like, oh, I just want to declutter my whole house before I even start writing. So I may just wait until January to publish those, because also if I publish them in December, as you know, they won't be seen. So I'll probably wait until the 9-star energy comes, which is much more of a hummingbird energy. 9-star really gets things done, and it's got the heart of the fire energy, that fire that lights up underneath you and finally gets you motivated. So if there's something you just want to accomplish but you're not able to accomplish in December, just let yourself off the hook. Just tell yourself, hey, you know what, let's just see if we can put this off till January, if you possibly can, because I promise you in January the energy will better support getting it done. Rather than struggle and fight against it for this month, why not just wait till January when the energy supports moving forward, getting it done, being seen? It'll be a much more get stuff done kind of energy next month. And we are really going to want to just stay home in this one water star too. One water stars love to be home. They are more introverted personalities that just want to be home. So really root down into your home, maybe fixing up your home, decluttering, and getting ready for this huge shift of energy that we will be feeling in January. I'm just going to read for each of the stars your own personal reading. 1, water star. You are the center star this month, and everyone is depending on you now. This is not a comfortable place for you to be in with the limelight on you, and this may be a hectic month for you, but all of the work you do now will pay off for the next month. So ride the wave and just get it all done. You can do this, 1 water star. You've been doing all that heavy lifting last month when you were in the center star role. And now you will reap the rewards, and you may have a great payday, an unexpected holiday bonus, or a financial windfall. So take some time off to enjoy the holidays, 2-star. You have earned it, my friend. 3, wood star. This is your month to experience all the beauty that surrounds you. Get out and see some sights with your family. Take some time off this month to just enjoy the magic of the seasons, like the twinkling Christmas lights or decorating your Christmas tree. And be grateful for all that you do have as you make your plans for 2023. Be sure to spend some time enjoying your loved ones. 4, wood star. This is your time for a long winter's nap, and you will want to go inward like a caterpillar into the cocoon to have deep rest and metamorphosis as something is beginning to change, and it will all begin within for you this month. So take time out to rest and to journal your inner desires. 5 star. You've been in the center all year, and so many people have been depending on you this year. Now you are finally receiving some recognition, praise, and awards for all that you have done as the light shines on you now. If you are single, this would be the best month to meet someone new, as you are radiant and your love light is on. Your good deeds and bad deeds will be noticed as Santa's birds are watching you. So be sure to be doing good deeds this month, 5 star, so you don't end up on the naughty list. 6, metal star. You are in your 1 star month. So everything I've said about the water star in this reading is especially poignant for you. What do you want to do with your one precious life? Spend some time on inner reflection to figure out what you want to grow next as you germinate a powerful seed this month. This is a very fertile time for you and just the beginning of a change. 7 metal star. You are sprouting something new into being, but it can be a lot of hard work at these beginning stages of any project. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen as fast as you want it to. Growth takes time, and January will be your go for it month. So now is your time to get ready to be ready. And next month, things will finally start to move forward. 8 Earth Mountain Star. This is your go for it month. And if you've been wanting to make a big change all year, now you can start to get into that forward momentum and forward motion. It's like the wheels on the train are finally rolling and setting off on a big adventure. You will have more energy this month to finally move forward. And be sure to get some exercise, as you have so much energy now. You might not sleep well if you don't exercise and get your body moving. 9 Fire Star. You've had such a busy November, and it seems like the work just keeps coming this month too. Now is your time to be like the willow tree that bends in the wind and adapt to the changing circumstances around you. And be sure to take some time out for self-care this month. Get a massage, get your rest, and things are about to really ramp up for you in January. The workload is only going to get more intense, so take care of yourself this December, eating the nourishing foods and resting up, for next month is going to feel like a marathon for you, 9 Star. And now I just want to read the I Ching for this December 1 star month, and it is number 23, Po, splitting apart. And there are times when disintegration or letting go is the only path forward to new regeneration. And Po reminds us that things become stronger by removing old, worn out, outgrown elements. Pruning a tree allows its branches to become more vibrant, healthier, and to prepare for new growth in the spring. Now there is a need to release what is outworn or which no longer serves you, so that you can return to a new path ahead that will be more fulfilling. And sometimes you have to separate aspects in your life in order to achieve balance. A relationship in this stage can reach an impasse where either release or renew will be at play. It can no longer operate within an unhealthy dynamic of the past. A relationship reaching a commitment phase can also become more stressed as each partner examines the other more acutely before committing completely. And like autumn, leaves are stripped away in preparation for the rebirth of spring. And when familiar landscapes die away, you are left in a void. This time can be frightening. Take a breath and accept that this is how nature begins to move towards the next cycle of growth. And this inward journey requires quiet, stillness, and patience. This is the most potent time where emptiness can be returned to fullness. Some type of internal overhaul is taking place, so trust this process. Trying to move forward or create action at this time will achieve nothing, because there is a splitting apart of the outer casing, which will reveal a tiny seed that is germinating. And even in death, there is rebirth. This time requires great courage as you wait the situation out without acting until the way forward becomes clear. This month is a lesson in being present. There is little you can do to change events other than let go and open your heart to your quiet yin energy, your own divine inner knowing. Focus inwardly this month. Meditate and listen while awaiting for some inward metamorphosis to complete its cycle before being reborn in the spring. And I am going to do an I'm going to do an energy clearing to clear your path forward with my pendulum. In Chinese medicine, they say, keep your Ming Men warm. And this is the 2 kidney points found in the low back and in the middle of your feet. And a simple exercise is to smack the back and also pressing on the middle of your foot. And I want to just show you each of these exercises. You can just take your hands and swing them back and forth, smacking the back of your low back, and that is where the kidney chi resides. That is what we call the Ming Men. And in the winter months, you always want to keep your Ming Men warm. And this gentle smacking of your swinging arms will warm and bring fresh blood to that Ming Men area. And you can just do this as often as you can in the winter when your energy is feeling depleted. You can just do this simple smacking of the Ming Men. And the other exercise is simply pressing on the middle of your foot. This kidney point is known as bubbling spring, and it regulates both your kidneys and your adrenals. By simply pressing this center of your foot and just sort of massaging it, you can transform your anxiety or fear into a calmer yin state of being. And this will replenish your adrenals and nourish your kidneys. So if you're feeling at all stressed out this month, give these 2 exercises a try just to nourish your Ming Men, and remember to keep them warm. Keep your low back warm and keep the center of your feet warm with warm slippers and socks, and stay cozy.
and keep your Ming Men and your kidney chi nourished.